Welcome. So by the end of this lesson, you will be able to visualize your data in MATLAB using plot function and use other functions that are associated with the plot function and plotting in MATLAB in general to format your plot. In part 2 of the video, you will learn about subplot and different plot types in MATLAB. So let's start. So we will learn about the plot function. So the plot function takes like your x-axis data, your y-axis data, and then it has some like option for like the lines that you want to plot, like the color of the line, if you want to add a marker, like the shape of the marker, the style of the line, like a solid line, dotted line. If you want to annotate your plot, such as like legend, axis labels, plot title, if you want to use some Greek letters. So here I've put we will talk about this, and if you want to use a bold font, italic font, and so on, like subscript, for example. So it's easier to learn this by doing it. So let's just do an example. We always start, remember, by clear. So that's like for MATLAB, clear because you want to clear all your workspace. So that's like your workspace here, which you want to clear to have like MATLAB is slow for me. Maybe safe, okay, it's not responding. So MATLAB, yes, is slow. I don't know why MATLAB is slow. I mean, it is generally not like memory intensive or program, but it's still like not responding. Could be that maybe this. Okay, so it's not responding. Maybe you just need to be patient. Anyway, let me talk about this until like MATLAB start to respond again. So clear, that will clear all the variable from your memory, which I wanted to show you here. Close all, that's important because it will close any open file, so including plots. If you have a plot or something that's open, so close all, that will close any. Let me now, MATLAB is now responding. It will close all. So like the workspace here, I have something, then when I run this guy, then I will clear my workspace, and then if any plot is open, then I will close it. Okay, so now let's start the plotting. So here, this is the exercise, is there is two functions, y is equal to x squared and y2 is equal to x squared minus x plus 10, and I want to plot this from this range, like for x from 0 to 10. Okay, so let's put our data first, our x data. I mean, I can do this like I could write like 1, 2, 3. I mean, there are many ways of doing it, or like 1 to 10, for example, like if I want to have like, or so like if I did this, for example, like 1 to 10, that's my x data. Like another way of doing this is like you could also like line space. So line space, that will generate linear space vector. So like I want like a linear space vector from like 0 to, for example, let's say 10, and I need like this one to have like a 21 interval, something like this. So basically that would look, let me show it here. So that would be like, you know, like 0.5, 1, 1.5. So, I mean, you can just generate your data any way you like. So here we have like 21 points. And then like y, let's put our first function like y, that would be like x. And you remember you need to put like this dot, like here square. And let's put like our second plot that we want to plot, which is like y2, and that would be equal to x. Remember, like you need to do this. If you didn't put this plot here, it will give you an error because it treats these things as matrices. So you need to do dot power. Okay, so power 2 minus x plus 10. Okay, so that's like the data that we want to plot. Basically, it looks something like this. So at x equal to 0, our first function like is equal to 0, and our second function is equal to 10, and so on and so forth. Now, before you start plotting, it is important to create like a new figure. So like to create a new figure and give it a figure number, and like the function for this is like figure. So here figure, then I give it like a figure 1, because maybe later on I want to plot another figure. So maybe I create a new figure, like I say like figure 2 figure, and then give it like a number figure 2, figure 3, and this could be anything. It could be figure 10, it could be figure 11, but let's just do like figure 1. Okay, so now I'm creating a new figure, and then I just plot my function. So let's start with the first plot. So the first plot is like our x data, whatever, like this data here, with this y data, like y1. Okay, so we do this, we plot here, and then we got something that looks like this. So basically that would be at x equal to 0, x squared is equal to 0, at x equal to 2, x squared is equal to 4, at x equal to 10, x squared is equal to 100. So that's like our first functions that we are plotting here. Okay, now we want to add like, so that's like y1. We want to add another function to this plot. So we want this plot to have two functions, and to add to a plot, like I have a figure, I want to add to it. To do this, I need to use something called like hold on. So hold on, this will retain whatever I have here and will add to it, whatever I need to add to it. Now, the other plot here, now I'm asking you to do more than just like a plot. I want you to plot like y2 and do some formatting. So let's just do it one by one. So plot. Let's first show you like if I plotted y2, like the second function here. So I'm plotting here like the second function. Oh, I need to do like hold on first. So now hold on. So now I'm plotting the second function. It's unclear or outputs. So and now let me I will run until like, see, this is oops. Let me run from the beginning. So I run from the beginning, like to run from, like if you want to run up to a certain line, you just click here, it will run from the beginning and will like stop at this line. Then let me now stop here. So now I plotted x, my first function, I did a hold on, and now I'm trying to plot the second function. So if I did this, so now I have like my second function. Okay. Now it's telling me, so now I have two functions. Now it's telling me like for the second function, use a red dashed line. So how to do this? So to do this, this is like the option. So if you want like a red line, you put like R here. And if you want a dash line, you put like this two dashes here. So let's do it. So if I, let's just come here, and then you put like R, and then you put these two dashes. So now let's run this. Oh, it's like it's plotting them on the top of one another. So let's just run from the beginning. So like you click here, you run until this one, stop, and then now like run this one. So now I got like what I needed. I got like a red line and this like dash. And that could be anything. Like if I want to say like I want to like a green line and I want it to be a dotted line. So how to do this? Again, like you let me just put something here. Try to so that I could run like, so now let's do this like green, stop. Like green and then dotted line, something like, I'm just showing you like different options. So I run up till this point, then I have like green and I have like dotted line. Okay, stop. Oh, we didn't learn this before. Like if I want to run like the code up to a certain, like run here will run everything on this script. If I want to run a code, let's say up till this line, then this is tell you run to here. So basically run up to this line and pause. So basically I will run up to this line, then it will pause here, and then it's pausing down, so I have to quit execution by stopping. Okay, that's how to run up to a line. That could be useful, for example, when you are running something like this, that you want basically to clear this plot, like close it and start plotting from the beginning. So that could be useful in that case. Okay, so now let's just do what it needs here. So here it needs like red and dashed line, and remember dash line here. If you don't remember these things, I put like the table here, like so different colors, that's like the simple for different color. Line styles, that are the simple, these are the simple for different line styles. Okay, now it's telling us to add a marker, and the marker should have a circle. So the symbol for a circle is like this O here. Okay, so if I want to add a marker, how to add a marker to this? I just like, after like I define my line, I just put my marker. So if I did this, and let me just run it again up to here, then like you see, I'm like now having a circle marker. I put like all these markers, and now it's telling me set the marker edge color to black. So you know this red here, I want it to be black, and set the marker face color to green. Like I want to fill this marker with like a green color. And it's also telling me set the marker size to 6. Like I want to make this like bigger or smaller, or something like 6, like something bigger or something smaller. And 6 that would be like bigger. Okay, so how can you do something like this? So usually when we do programming, like plot function, for example, it has so many options that I generally don't know all of them. So to learn about this option, what I generally do is that like I just Google it, like so like the easiest way, or you can check, of course, the MATLAB help, or you can, for me it's easier to Google it, plot function like MATLAB. Okay, then I'll get like the plot function. That's like what we see here. Let me increase the font on the screen. So that's like basically what we have seen here, and it tells you all the different options of the plot function with an example. So line spec here, for example, it gives you an example. So this is what we were doing if you want to do it like a dash line, if you want to add like a marker. Now I want to like marker face color. So how to do it? Like I just click here, marker face color. So that basically tells you the option for the marker face color. So basically the marker face color, that's like what it's called, and then you can give like these numbers will be like, each color has a number, but like in that case we will just like use something like this, like the predefined shortcut for color, like this predefined symbol for color, like marker size, like line width. So give you all these options which you can use, like, and let's see, like marker face color. And here basically that's what I was telling you, like you can read more about the marker face color. So marker face color, that is like the short name for it is like red. If you want to use RGB number for it, that would be the RGB number, like 1001. So that's like the RGB number for red, for example. That's for blue, and these are like so basically you can like define like, as like we saw in this example here, I can like define like, let me just show you how to do it. Like if I want to, so basically like marker face color, that would be something like marker. And here it tells you already like marker, like indices marker face color. And then I could define this as like red. Okay. I could do this red. No, that's marker face. Use the marker face color green, so it's like green, so that would be G. So let's run it again. So from here to here, so that's like the marker face color is like green. That's like one way to define it. Another way, like you can also define it if you like using the RGB. So like the RGB for green, I think the RGB for green, that's like 0, 1, 1. Okay, 0, 0, 1, 0. Okay, so I could also define it like 0, 1, 0. That would be that would give me like the same thing as I did here. So if I did this, that is giving me the same thing, but it's like it's just easier if you don't like that's if you want to have like adjust these number to get like specific colors that you need. Let's just try any random color like 0.5, 4, 0.5. I don't know what random. I'm just like if you want to use the RGB, you know, like this is like if you want to have your own custom color. Okay, 0.5 and this 0.1. I mean, I don't know which color is this, but I'm just making any random number if you want to. So that gives me this like brown color, like this number will give that color. But for here, we just like use this, like the short name, like predefined color. Like, so here that would be like the face color green. Okay. And then tell you marker edge color black. So you do here marker edge color. And then black, the short name for black is K. Like remember in this table, the short name for black is K. And then it tell you marker size. Let's do like marker size, and the marker size would be like 6. Okay, so if we run this, let's just run up to here. Then I got like what I needed. I got like the face color is green, the edge color is black, and the marker size is like 6. Okay, so I got something that looks like this. We are done from here, from this task. The next task is telling you add a title to the plot, and the title is like polynomial function, so we can add like a title, and the function for this is called like title. So it's very simple, like you come here, you put the title, like polynomial function, and then if you click enter, then it gives you a title like polynomial function. Now it tell you add legend, so we want to know that this is like our first function, for example, and this is like our second function, like something like this. So legend, basically, you have a function for this called like legend. It's called like legend, and then you put like legend in the order where you plotted these ones. So here we started by plotting like this blue line first, which is like y1, then we plotted this line, which is y2. So that's how you enter the legend. So that would be like y1, and that would be like y2. But now so like, let's just run from the beginning. Let's say, I'm just putting any number here, okay? So I can run to here. So if I added like legend, then it tells you the legend is like that's y1, which is the blue one, and that's like y2, which is like the red one. But now it's telling you something. It's telling you add legend with subscript. So I need like my legend to have like this subscript here, like y subscript 1, y subscript 2. How to do a subscript? Well, I showed you here how to do a subscript. So to do a subscript, like for example, I want like y subscript 1. So you do this, like you put like this underscore, and you put like this curly brackets, and then you put like whatever subscript you need to do. So how can I do this here? Like I come here like underscore, and then like this curly bracket, and then here like underscore, and that's like this curly bracket. So now I can do like subscript. So let's run up till this point. So now you see I have like y subscript 1, y1 with subscript, and y2 with subscript. But now that doesn't look nice, because like you see here, this is crossing the line. So that's the default location where to put like your legend, but that's not nice because that's crossing these lines. So I want to put this in a nice location, like maybe best fitted, like where there is no, where will not like interfere with anything that I'm plotting. So how to do this? Well, legend, again, same as plotting. Legend has its option. So you check the help function of legend. So I put this here for you. Like, so if you check the help function of legend, for example, it tells you that it has the option of like the legend location. So the legend location, it could be like north, south, east, west, northwest. It could be west outside, like if you want to have the legend outside of your plot, not inside the plot. Best, that will fit, will find the best location to put this legend where it will not interfere with any plotting or any text, or best outside. Okay, so these will be like the options. So that's how would you know something like this. These things we generally don't remember, but like we read about them when we need them. So when we are using any new function and we need to do more with this function, then we read the help and see exactly what we want to do and see where's that part in help and then do it. So let's just do this part. So like we come here, like we copy our legend, and then we want to put it in a location. So we come here like location. So that's the location. And then like it tells you north, no, we want like best. And why best? Because here best here where least conflict occur. So that's called like best. Okay. That's how we know that, like how to put something like this. Okay, now let's write this. Just putting any dummy number so I can run up till this number. So if I did this, so now you see it's like putting a legend at the locations that does not interfere with anything. Now it's telling you put like an X label. So X label, that would be like X, for example. Okay, that's like whatever X value, and then Y label, and that would be like it's telling you put this one like Y underscore 1 or Y underscore 2. So now I'm adding the label. So if I added this guy, now I have here, this could be like Y underscore 1 or Y underscore 2, and this is like my X. And now it's telling you now it's telling you set the axis limit. So now I have my axis limit from 0 to 10, from 0 to 100. Now it's telling you I want this to have like a different axis limit. How to do this? You use X limit function. So X limit function, and then like my new limit, I want X to be from -10 to 15. So you put like -10 here and 15, and then Y limit, and then I want my new limit to be from -20 to 120. Okay, so if we run this, then like I will have it. So now I have my new range where X is from -10 to 15 and my Y is from -20 to 120. Okay. Now it's telling you to do more, like add text. Like I want to put some text here, some description here, or anything I want. So how to add text? Basically, you define where you want this text. Like I want the text here, for example. So that would be X is equal to -5 and Y is equal to 80. So basically, you define where you want this text to start, and then you just put the text. So now let's say like text here, and then I want like, this is what I want to, the text that I want to. Let's first define the location. It tells you at X is equal to -8. So basically that would be somewhere here, and like at y is equal to 80, so that's like y, that would be somewhere here, okay? And then like the text that I want to add, and I think you can put also like this, so that's like the text that I want to add, okay? So let's just run from the beginning up till this point. You run from the beginning up till this point. Now I put it like the text, whatever text I have here, at starting at -8 and at 80. So that's like, and you can add as many texts like here, 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 at any, just to specify the location and add the text. Now, grid on, box on, we already have a box on, so we already have a box around our plot, so if I make a box on, oops, that will not do anything extra. This box on, and grid on if I want to add a grid to my plot. So like grid on if I want to add a grid to my plot. So let's run this one. So if I run this one, then now box on didn't do anything because I already have a box. Grid on added like this grid that you see here. And finally, because you want to start like a new figure, then you should hold off. Hold off because I don't want to add anything to this figure. Like if I plotted anything again or something like this, I don't want to add anything to this figure. Then I do like hold off. Okay, so that's like an example of how to do. Let's do it again. So maybe if you are unclear about what we did, let's just do it one more time with an example. So here, this is like, I have now 3 functions that I want to plot. My x data, like I want to, is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, my first function, like y1, that's equal to 3. And then here I have to remember to dot like x dot square plus 1. That's like my first function. My second function that I want to plot is exponent function. So that's like an exponent of x minus 10, for example. And then my third function, that's like square root of like x dot cube plus x dot square plus 5. So that's like the 3 functions that I want to plot. So if so you see this is like how like these functions look like. Now add a figure number, so I want a new figure and I call it this like figure 2, for example. Hold on because I want to add to this figure. Okay, and now here I'm like giving you, this is a good opportunity to practice, is for your your function y1, use solid black line. So here would be like plot x y1 and then solid line, remember, it has just 1 dash. So solid lines, this is like 1 dash, and black, that is k. So to do this, so that would be this one and k. Okay, that's my first plot. For the second plot, like y2, so x and y2 is telling you use dotted blue line with circle marker. So okay, the dotted line, it has like this semicolon, blue, that's B, and the circle marker. So if I want to circle marker, remember that was like this O. So that will be for the marker. Okay. Line, my third plot, like plot 3, that would be like y3, and then use solid black line with a square marker. So I have like solid, that's like 1 dash, black line with square marker. So square marker, like a square, like if I don't like, that's something you should not remember. You can just check it in the table. I mean, by chance I remember a square that's like S, so a square that's like S, diamonds that's like D. So like, so the square here, the symbol for square would be S. So like we go here, so we put like an S here. Square marker that has a black edge color. So okay, so we can see here, like we can do, we can do something like this. Marker edge color should be like black. It should have black edge color, red face color. So like marker face color, that is like red. Okay, and marker size is equal to 5. So like we can say marker size, marker size, and that's like equal to 5. Okay, so let's plot these things, and let's just plot from the beginning. So let's just, let me just put any dummy value here so I can run until this line. Okay, so now we have our now I think here we have an error plot, like so the second one, that will be, no, that's not an error, that's like a blue dotted with like a circle marker, so that's correct. Like the first one is just like a solid black line, the second one has this blue and like this O here for like the circle. The third one, it has like a square marker with the face color is red and like the edge color is black. Okay, so we got what we need. It's telling you add like a legend function with subscript also. So let's just, as another practice, so we do like legend. Our first legend is like y, subscript like 1, because I want to show this with our subscript. My second, and then I can do here and here, and that would be like y2, and that would be like y3. So if I did this, so now you see I have the same problem, like my marker is like interfering with my line, but it's telling you set the legend location to best outside. Like I wanted not to be inside the figure, but to be outside the figure, set to the best location. So like how to do this? We can say like location. Okay, so that's like the location, not north. I want it to be like, we can select here best, like you have all the option here to select from, so best outside. Okay, so you can do something like this, and then it's set to best outside. Now I want maybe to put a box here, and I want to put like a grid inside. So how to do this? Like box on, that would put a box around this one, and like grid on, that would put some grid inside. So if I run this, then I got like that, looks nicer than this one. So I have like my box here and my grid here. It tell you add like a X label. So X label, that's like X, and like Y label, that's like f of x. That's what this is telling you to do. And then add title also, so title, and that should be 3 functions. Okay, so if we run this, I did like a typing mistake. MATLAB can figure this for you. So if we run this, like not running, X label, Y label, title. So if we run this, then we got like an X label, X, Y label, f of x, and the title here. And then it's tell you set the limit. Oops. Set the x-axis limit, so x-axis limit and then I want to set this limit from from 0 to 6, for example, and the y limit, and I want to set this from negative 20 to 180, something like this. Okay, so I can run this. So now I have like a different limit, like instead of starting from 1, I'm starting from 0 to 6 and from here to 180, and then add the text at like this location, add the text like this text. So how to do this? Like, so we like use the text function at x is equal to 1, at y is equal to 160, and the text that I want to add, oh, see, it has some Greek letter here. So how to do this like Greek letter? Well, check in the table. So this simple, like this is like alpha. So backslash alpha will give you this Greek letter. Okay, so let's do this like alpha. So that will give me this simple is equal to y, and I want to also do the subscript. So y1 plus y subscript y3. Okay, then we can run this guy. So now we have like alpha is equal to whatever here. So we got like this. That's how you get like this Greek letter. And then you're done. Then you hold off because you might want to start some hold off. So now I'm done with this figure. I'm holding off and I'm done with this video. In the next video, we will learn about subplot, how to have like different figure in one plot, and like some other MATLAB plot. Okay, see you in